Hey everybody, Jay Super Awesome here. I'd like to welcome you all to week number 43 of the HORRORman's SlashBack Saturday Challenge. This week's slasher movie theme is attraction slashers, and I will be giving my review for Jacko Slasher. Okay, so getting into the plot for this one, Jacko Slasher is a horror comedy film about a demon with a head full of rotten pumpkin seeds. He is sent from hell to help a cult of sexy Satanists try to resurrect the devil and bring eternal hell on earth. A group of people are enjoying a Halloween amusement park. Little do they know that a murderous demon lurks in the shadows. Can they survive this Halloween horror? There's many fun characters, including a lecherous ticket man, a hunchback hot dog man, a satanic killer clown, and many more. Jacko Slasher. Halloween forever. Okay, so getting into my thoughts for this one. With this week's slasher movie theme of attraction slashers, we were simply challenged to watch and review a slasher movie that featured some sort of attraction, such as a scare or haunt attraction, or it could have been a traveling or roadside attraction. So I chose to watch and review Jacko Slasher basically because it has been sitting on my shelf for a pretty long time and I had never watched it until now. As the movie's opening credits began to roll, I was a little concerned because we have this heavy metal music that's playing with a lot of different images from the movie with several different camera filters being used. It was neat looking, but it looked and sounded like a music video. I liked it, I just didn't want the entire movie to look and sound like that. Luckily, the entire movie doesn't play out like that, but we do have a lot of this stuff throughout the movie's runtime. I am a person that does try to keep things positive on this channel, but I do realize that they all can't be winners, and there's something that can be said for honesty. And to tell the truth, I didn't really like this movie all that much, and with some cuts and edits, this would have probably been a better music video than a full-length film. I really like the setting of the movie. Most of the movie takes place at the scare attraction, and I really enjoyed that. Even though it's pretty basic looking stuff, I still really did like the Halloween vibe that this movie had. This is a really low budget slasher movie, and I feel like they did a pretty decent job with what they had to work with in terms of the scare attraction setting and the costumes they used in this movie. You could definitely tell that some of the costumes and characters were inspired by Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. We also have a couple of scenes that take place in a cemetery, and I thought that was pretty cool, but how they were added in, it give it a music video vibe, especially with the heavy metal music playing. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the cast of characters we have in Jacko Slasher. And this is the biggest issue I have with this movie. It's that there is absolutely no storyline for the characters in this movie. They go to a scare attraction and they get picked off one by one. There is nothing here to connect you to any of the characters. When they do talk, most of the time it's a sexual reference or just some guy desperately trying to get laid. In my opinion, there wasn't one standout or likable character in this movie. The only real storyline this movie has is the satanic cult that runs the scare attraction. They need to kill 7 people to conjure up Satan. To do this, they conjure up the demon Jacko Slasher to help them get this done. And he's basically just a guy in a pumpkin mask who kills people. And there was nothing demonic about the Jacko Slasher. He's just a dude in a Halloween pumpkin mask that kills people. Evil, yes. Demonic, not really. I can at least say that the cult members were more interesting than the victim characters, even though I have heard just as capable armpit farts that were more likely of conjuring up Satan than this group of cultists. Overall, I didn't really care for the characters in this movie, and the acting wasn't good. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the most important part of a slasher movie, that is the killer and the kills. And for the most part, I like the Jacko Slasher killer in this movie. His character was the highlight of the movie for me. I didn't really like the fact that they tried to pass him off as a demon when he was clearly just a dude in a pumpkin mask, but he was still a pretty cool and efficient killer. It's a good thing the cultist had him. As far as the kills go in this movie, we have a pretty decent body count with a pretty decent variety of kills that consists of lots of stabbings, throats getting cut, a girl gets hit in the back of the head with a corn cob and falls on a pumpkin and dies with the stop sticking out of her mouth. That was an odd one. A guy gets his intestines pulled from his body, but my favorite of all would be when the jackal slasher picks up a pumpkin and jabs the pumpkin stub into a girl's eye socket. That one was pretty awesome. All of this while heavy metal music is playing in the background. Overall, I wasn't the biggest fan of this one, and it's going to be hard for me to recommend. I guess if you like collecting slasher movies, then I'm sure you'll want this one in your collection. I'm going to give Jackal Slasher a 5 out of 10, so please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you have seen Jackal Slasher, or just let me know what you think about my review. And as always, I would like to thank you all for watching.